All right, let's get right into it. We are about to crack open a set of files that link some of the most powerful people on the entire planet. And what they show is a hidden network, really operating right at the crossroads of Silicon Valley, global finance, and international espionage. So where do we even begin? It all starts with this one single document. Just look at the schedule entry from 2014, document FTA 00363549. It's a meeting with Bill Gates and the former US Treasury Secretary Larry Summers. But here's the kicker, the note right next to it. Is this happening? That question is so revealing. It's almost like the person writing it down couldn't believe it was real. And that's our way in. So what are we actually looking at here? Calling it a simple calendar? That doesn't even begin to cover it. You need to think of it more like a ledger of power, a meticulously kept map that shows who was talking to whom at the absolute highest levels. And when you start to unpack this guest list, well, it's nothing short of extraordinary. Okay, I know what you're thinking. How do we know any of this is actually real? And that is the most important point. We're not dealing with rumors or some online hearsay. Every single document you're about to see is a primary source, pulled directly from these files. Each one has a unique identifier. It's called a bait stamp, and it acts like a digital fingerprint, proving exactly where it came from. So let's start with the first major node in this network, Silicon Valley, because these documents show a really clear pattern of direct access and, frankly, some shockingly casual conversations with the biggest names in the tech world. First up, Peter Thiel. In this email, EFTO 0060534, you have a top banker who just casually drops the line, "We got top ticked by Peter Thiel. Had dinner in Abu Dhabi with Larry S." It's just a raw look into a world where massive billion-dollar moves are just dinner conversation. And then you have this, document EFTA 01894511. It's an email chain that goes right to Elon Musk. And the question being asked, is there anyone at Solar City that my guys can talk to about electrifying the Caribbean island? Just like that, one of the most important innovators on the planet is being asked for a favor on a personal project. So you start to see the pattern, right? It's undeniable. Bill Gates, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers, tech billionaire Peter Thiel, Elon Musk. You know, one or two of these names, you could maybe write it off as a coincidence, but a list like this, all documented in schedules and emails, it points to something much bigger, a very well-established and incredibly powerful inner circle. Tech moguls, financial power players. It's a fascinating world for sure. But what's truly stunning about these files is that this wasn't the only conversation that was happening, not by a long shot. And this is where our deep dive takes a very, very sharp turn. Because threaded throughout these exact same communications in the very same inbox, there's a second parallel conversation going on. And this one is about covert operations, foreign intelligence, and the Israeli spy agency, Mossad. Just look at this slide. This is document EFTA 00719829. It's a geopolitical intelligence briefing from 2012. It's basically a curated list of articles about what's happening in the world. And what's the very first headline? Mossad cutting back on covert operations inside Iran. This isn't just someone browsing the morning news. This is a strategic update. And the intel gets incredibly specific. Document EFTA 01178978 includes an article detailing a unit so secret the Israeli government has never officially even confirmed it exists. It's called Kidon, which means bayonet. The document calls it a Mossad within the Mossad and says it's responsible for the most delicate missions, including assassinations. Now, the skeptic in you might say, so what? This is just somebody who's interested in the news. But this slide right here is why that just doesn't add up. We can see a clear documented pattern. This wasn't just reading headlines. It was tracking Mossad's strategy, following specific operations like the Dubai mess in document EFT 00745584, and getting detailed briefings on top secret assassination units. This is a focused intelligence trail. So we've got two completely separate worlds emerging from these files. On one side, you have Silicon Valley royalty and Wall Street power brokers. On the other, the shadow world of international espionage. So the big question is, do they ever actually connect? This timeline is where it all just clicks into place. And honestly, it is staggering. In 2010, he's forwarding articles about a Mossad assassination. By July 2012, he's getting briefings on the Kidon unit. Just 3 months later, he's emailing with Elon Musk. And by 2014, Peter Thiel, Larry Summers, and Bill Gates are all showing up. These conversations aren't years apart. They're happening in parallel, separated by just months. So let's just boil it all down. On the left, you have the world of Silicon Valley, discussions about huge investments, projects, big deals. And on the right, the world of geopolitics, intelligence briefings on spy agencies and covert ops. And the common thread, what connects them? They were all flowing through the exact same inbox. Two completely different worlds of power were converging in a single documented channel. And that brings us to the end of this analysis. But this isn't really an ending. It's the beginning of a much larger and, frankly, a much more disturbing question. So let's be crystal clear. What we've shown you here are two worlds that really should not intersect. The world of immense technological and financial power, and the hidden world of clandestine spycraft. And these files give us documented proof that they were in fact connected. Which leaves us with this one final provocative thought. These documents give us a glimpse of a network connecting some of the most powerful people alive. And it just makes you wonder, what's in the files we haven't seen yet?